Tell us, do you think we're going to get Brexit?
I hope so. I bloody hope so. I worry if we don't, there is going to be major upset.
Civil unrest that they've never seen before.
It's already been organised on Facebook now.
So what do you think about politicians? Do you think they've betrayed us?
Yep.
Yes. I think Trump had it right when he said drain the swamp. There's about maybe 100 down there that are worth keeping. The rest, kick them into touch.
And what do you think? They stand on a manifesto and then they change their mind,
Yep.
don't they?
Oh, don't start that. Don't start me on that.
So,
We have to do something about the politicians. They stand in front of us before the election and tell us what they think we want to hear. Then they go down there and they do what they bloody well want. Nothing to do with us.
absolutely.
Just disregard us. They can change parties. They're not. If they change parties, they stand for a party. If they change parties halfway through, it turns out that they're elected personally.
Yes.
They don't need to go back to the
No, they don't.
constituents, even though they stood on a party manifesto.
Yeah, they don't go for a by-election, do they?
No,
No, they should do.
Only the honourable ones do, and there's not too many honourable members of the House of Commons.
Not anymore.
Thank you so much.
Democracy? Yes! Who doesn't believe in democracy? Westminster. What are we going to do about it? We're heading south tomorrow. Who's with me? All those day marchers, thank you very much for coming. Core marchers, only 3 days left. Look after the feet. Thank you. And we'll see you in Parliament Square on Friday afternoon. Thank you.
So, how do you think the march is going?
It's going great. We've just finished day 11 of 14, heading south from Sunderland to London. And, you know, this is a symbol. We're a core 100 marchers. We don't want any more. We're a symbol for 17 million Brexiteers who are growing in rage and anger and fury at the shenanigans, the shambles in Parliament. They gave us this vote. We asked to leave, and now they're delaying it, they're thwarting it, and the truth is, many of them actually want to stop it. And we saw that with the People's Vote March, didn't we, on Saturday? They now want to revoke Article 50. They don't actually want a second referendum, they just want to stop the whole thing. I tell you, the consequences for democracy in this country are really serious. It's an utter betrayal of trust. Why would anybody ever vote again? What's to stop them voting for extremist parties? This is really serious. Parliamentarians need to wake up, listen to the mood of the country. I tell you, the lorries, the cars, the hoots, the horns, the mood of the country is just leave without a deal, let's go WTO, and let's save £39 billion and invest that in our country, in our public services, in infrastructure, and in the regions where it's desperately needed, not sending it to Brussels.
How far do you think politicians have gone down in the public's estimation because of all this?
There is an utter collapse going on. They are now viewed substantially worse than estate agents, and that's possibly saying something. They are at absolute rock bottom and heading south.
What would you think the repercussions will be if Brexit does not happen?
Frankly, frightening. It's as simple as that. You know, the mood of the country is one of confidence and conviction and belief in what a great nation we are. We will survive, thrive and prosper. You know, they know we can do this. They know that because of the incompetence of the government and our Chancellor, there might be a few bumps along the way, but they're looking way beyond that. They're looking a couple of years out, and they know that actually it will be fine, and we will continue to be a great nation. And they are just aghast at that lack of confidence, that lack of conviction, that lack of belief amongst a few hundred parliamentarians that think they're the elite, that think they know best. Actually, they're way behind the curve.
I think that one of the most upsetting things for me is that Brexit was such a positive thing, that it could have been so exciting.
Exactly.
You know, Britain, you know, trading with the world and sort of getting out on the world stage, and that's been sort of trampled into the dust, hasn't it?
Yeah, and the problem is the Prime Minister and the Chancellor of the Exchequer have viewed Brexit as a problem to be mitigated, as opposed to an opportunity to be grasped, a moment of great national renewal and optimism and growth and opportunity. But no, they've listened to the vested interests of the status quo, the multinationals, and they've ignored good, ordinary, decent people who took that chance. They said, yes, actually, we'd be better with local control, bringing back control closer to the people, which is where it belongs. Here we are, just finishing day 11, and my word, I need a bit of chocolate. We've walked a long way across some very busy main roads. Northamptonshire Police have been absolutely fantastic, and the support we've got from lorry drivers, from cars, from vans, just shows actually the mood of the country is way ahead of the mood of weak, feeble politicians who don't seem to have the conviction and the courage and the belief in our great nation that we do. They need to wake up, they need to get real, they need to understand where the conviction and belief is in our great nation.
Might look like ordinary feet, but these feet have marched from Sunderland to this delightful spot in Buckinghamshire. Is it? No, it's Northamptonshire. And they're going to go to Westminster because these feet believe in democracy.
Yeah.
These feet
do too.
These feet, we
believe
are
in
a
democracy.
union.
Yeah, democracy.
A union of feet for justice, a moral cause, and the democracy of our country. And they will march there all the way.
Who says you can't do no deal because it's slightly difficult? We've marched from Sunderland to here and we're going to Westminster.
Watch this. No deal. Yeah, that's right. No deal. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
What do you want? No deal. When do you want it? Now. Can you say any better, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.